Hey everyone, welcome back to Bend. This class I have for you is a really nice yoga-inspired stretch and flow workout that's really going to give your muscles the love and care that they need. So go grab your yoga mat and let's do it. Alright everyone, let's get started down on the floor. You can sit however you like. I'm sitting with my legs crossed, but just whatever works for you. And I want you to think about growing up really nice and tall on your spine, so lengthening out of the crown of your head and really long through our tailbone. Palms are going to rest to our knees, close down the eyes if that feels good, and just start to take some nice big breaths in. So filling up all four corners of the lungs as we inhale, and then really exhale all that air out. A few more like this. Big inhale. And exhale. So try to relax your face, any tension you're holding, and just keep breathing here. Another nice big breath in. And a big exhale, sigh it all out. Okay, from here, we're gonna come forward into our all fours position. So just tabletop position here, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And I just want you to start to just move your body in whatever way feels good. So there's no rules here, just start to wiggle around. Go where your body tells you to go. And just try to loosen up here. Again, keeping with those nice deep breaths. That's it. Maybe dropping one shoulder and then the other. Nice. And just circling the hips and the waist. Just, loosening up. Good. Come back to neutral, and then we're just going to move into a few cat and cows. So nice big inhale, dropping your belly, looking forward, opening the chest. Nice big exhale to round our spine. A few more like this. And just move on your own time here. Nice. Good. Try to really move that spine just one vertebra at a time. Really articulate it into our flexion here and into extension. Let's go one more either way. Excellent, just bring that spine back to neutral. We're going to tuck our toes here, and I want you to start to shift your weight back to your heels. Now if this is enough for you, you can stay here. We're just going to stretch out through the feet. If you want a little bit more intensity, just start to walk your hands up, and then you're sitting back onto your heels with those toes tucked. And just staying here for a nice little stretch. Again, come down if it's too intense. If you're up here with me, I just want you to start to make a fist and just circle out through your hands here. Try to really loosen up through all of our joints and everything. That's it. A few deep breaths here. Alrighty. And then let's start to slowly walk ourselves forward and tuck the toes and just give them a little shake out, little release there. Now from here, we're going to turn our palms the other way. So your fingers are now going to face your knees. I'm just going to go in for a nice little wrist stretch. So again, start to sink your hips back and just go as far back as you can. Just readjust if you need to. I think I got a little excited there. Good, just remember, just go back as far as you can. It doesn't have to be big movement. Alrighty, let's slowly walk ourselves back up. Turn your palms the other way. Now from here, left arm reaches up to the sky. And we're just going to thread that arm through. Two more like this. Reach that palm up, really open up through that chest and thread it through. One more like this. Really reach it all the way up and thread. And then just stay here for two big breaths. Okay, slowly bring yourself back up and we'll do the other side. Right arm reaches up to the sky and we thread it through. Good, we reach it up and thread it through. Last time here. Reach it up, nice big inhale, and we thread. Lovely, and then just holding here for 2 breaths. Alrighty, let's slowly walk ourselves back. Just walking your hands out, lengthening out through your legs, and just make your way down to your tummy. Okay, get nice and comfortable here. Just give those hips a little shake side to side. Okay, then from here we're going to bring our right forearm in front of us. We're going to rest our head to our forearm. We're going to reach back around and grab for that left ankle or toes, whatever you can reach there. If this feels too strong, you can simply just bend that leg back towards you. You don't have to grab it. Nice, so stretching out through our quads here. I want you to really tuck that tailbone forward and press that pelvis into the mat. A few deep breaths here. Lovely, and then we'll slowly release and move to the other side. Left forearm to the floor, reach back around for that right side, and bring that forehead back down. Again, think about pushing your hips forward into the mat, tucking that tailbone under, getting that nice big quad stretch. Lovely, and then we'll gently release from there, bring our hands back under our shoulders, and then we're just going to lift that chest off, stretching out through our tummy. And just go as high as feels comfortable for you here. It doesn't have to be too tall. Nice, and then we'll slowly just push ourselves back, taking the knees nice and wide out to the mat here, and just walking those hands forward, finding a nice little child's pose. Alrighty, we'll slowly bring ourselves back up from here, drawing the knees back under the hips, tucking the toes, lifting up into our first down dog. So I always like to just sort of pedal out the feet here when I get into this position, so if that feels good, feel free to join me in doing that. Good, really be strong here through your arms, press the mat away from you, tailbone reaches nice and high. Good, and then just bringing both feet to the mat. That's it. Okay, from here we're going to send that left leg up to the sky, flexing the foot. And then we're going to bend that knee, open up our hip out to the side. Nice, and then drawing that knee in, stepping forward, finding a nice little hip stretch. Good, so lengthening out through that back right leg. Left foot is forward, palms are to the mat. Now if this is enough for you, definitely stay here. You can also drop that back knee down if it feels a little bit too intense. Otherwise keep that knee lifted and you're welcome to come down to your elbows to get a deeper stretch. And again, feel free to add a little bit of movement here. Sometimes it feels really nice to stretch out those hips. Alrighty, from here we're going to come back up to our hands if you're down on the floor. Right hand is going to stay on the ground and we're going to twist up, opening through that left side, really reach around. That's it. Good, and then we'll plant that palm back down, untuck your back foot, and then we're just going to slowly walk ourselves back towards that right side. And we're going to lengthen out through our front hammy here. Toes can peel off the mat and just sort of readjust yourself as you need. Good, and then just folding forward. Alrighty, then from here, staying in this position, we're just going to press it forward. Now if you need to support yourself through your hands, you can keep them on the floor. Otherwise we're going to rise them up to the sky. Good, and then we push it back, finding that hammy stretch again. Hands can be on the hips, they can be on the floor, wherever works for you. Nice, and then we sweep it forward. Really sink into that hip. Lift that chest up nice and high. Good, and then we sweep it back once again. Nice, everyone. Last time here, sweep it forward. Good, and just holding for a moment here. Excellent, and then just bringing those hands out nice and wide, finding a little cactus shape with those arms. Really open through that front body. Good, take a nice big inhale, rise tall, and then we exhale, sink a little deeper. Lovely, let's plant those hands to the mat, tucking that back foot, lift that front knee, and finding our down dog. That's it, so staying grounded through our feet, through our hands, sending that tailbone nice and high. Alrighty, from here, let's do the right side, lifting that right leg up, foot is flexed, and then opening up through the hip, bending that knee. Good, and then we'll step it forward. Right foot is forward to the mat, left foot is back, and again, just readjust yourself as needed here. This has to be one of my favorite stretches. I think it feels so good. So again, you can stay up on the hands. Try not to have too much weight going through the hands, or if you'd like, you can come down, make it a little bit more intense, coming down to those elbows. A few big breaths here, adding that little rock if that feels good for you. Good, and just staying with your breath here, breathing nice and deeply, and just remember you can always drop that back knee down if you need to. Alrighty, let's press ourselves back up. Left hand stays to the floor, right arm reaches up to the sky. Nice big twist. That's it, and then we come back through center, dropping that back foot, untucking the toes, and again, just walking yourselves back to find a nice little hammy stretch. And again, just readjust yourself as needed. That's it. Excellent, and then we're going to start to sweep those hands up. Don't lose your balance. Lifting up through that chest nice and tall. Good, and then we sweep it all the way back. Just remember, you can use your hands for support if you need. Good, we sweep it forward. Good, and then we sweep it back. Lovely, last time here, sweeping it forward. And then taking our arms into that little cactus shape. Going up a little bit taller, and then sinking a little deeper. Really trying to open up through that front body, through that chest. Alrighty, let's bring it back to center, palms pressed to the floor, tuck that back foot, lifting that front knee, finding that down dog. once again. Lovely, and from here we're going to come forward, planting those knees back into our tabletop position. We're going to extend that back leg long. Right knee is going to stay bent, and then we're going to turn out. So our left leg stays long, right leg is bent back behind us in this little high kneel position. I'm just going to reach that top arm up and over, looking for a nice little side bend, high-fiving your plant on the way past. A few big breaths here. I can't help myself but close my eyes when I stretch, and then I forget that I'm on camera. Good, so really let the head relax here, take it with you. Good, find the length through that top side waist. Lovely, and then let's bring it back to center. Shake it out. Alrighty, now let's do the other side. Left knee stays bent, extending through those right toes here. Spin yourself around the opposite way. Right arm reaches up and over into this side bend. Good, really think about reaching out here through that top side waist. Excellent, and then bring it back to center. Again, just shake it out. Alrighty, now we're going to come to sit back on our heels. Now this might not feel good for everyone, so if it doesn't, feel free to skip this next one. We're going to bring our hands to our lower back. Now you can stay on your low kneeling position here, or you can lift it up nice and tall. So just supporting your lower back here, and then just start to take a little back bend. Let the head go with you. Try and open up through that front body. Good, let's slowly bring ourselves back from that. And then we're just going to come to sit on our bum. So lengthen out through your legs here, open up your sits bones. We're going to bring our palms to face our glutes, so fingertips point forward. Walk your hands back quite generously here, and then I want you to really lift your chest up, and then I want you to bend your elbows and sink back towards your hands, and you should get a nice big stretch through your shoulders here. I really love doing this one, I'm quite tight across there. And then if it feels okay too, you can just sort of drop into it a little deeper, just sort of alternating side to side. So if you work on a computer a lot or anything like that, this will feel pretty nice. Good, then just press yourself forward. Now we're going to bend our left knee. Right knee is going to bend in front, so we're in a Z-sit position with our legs. Just readjust yourself once again. And then we're going to start to walk our elbows back down, stretching out through that front body a little bit more. And if this is enough for you, stay here. Otherwise, you can start to take yourself all the way down to the floor. Try to keep your left glute squeezed here to intensify that stretch at the front of the leg. Palms can open to the ceiling. And again, just nice deep breaths. Alrighty, let's slowly come up from there. Just walk yourself back up however you can, and then just swap your legs around. So now left shin is in front, right shin is bent next to us, and just start to go back down to where we just were. And again, stay here if that is enough. This stretch can feel pretty intense, so if this is where you are today, that's totally fine. Otherwise, you can start to walk yourself all the way down to the floor. And again, nice big breaths here. Try to keep that right glute squeezing to intensify. Okay, let's start to come all the way back up from there. Just get back up however you can. Now from here, legs are going to come out nice and wide. So just sort of readjust here. I always find myself needing to shuffle around in this position. So feet are going to be really flexed, toes are pointing up to the sky, legs are out nice and wide, and then we're just going to start to tiptoe those hands forward, coming to your elbows if that is enough for you. And this is quite an intense one again, so just take your time with it. Elbows is totally fine if you're already feeling that stretch. If you want it to be a little bit more intense, you can start to walk your hands to the top of your mat. And just try to get comfortable here. Use your exhales to try to get a little deeper each time. That's it, keep pushing those feet out so they don't dive in. Alrighty, let's slowly start to walk ourselves back. And then I'm just going to spin around to face you guys. So bring your feet together so they're in the little butterfly shape. So soles of the feet are touching, knees are out to the side. Grab onto the tops of your feet here, lengthen out through that spine, and then just start to fold forward over the legs. Think about pushing those knees down to the floor best you can. Alrighty, slowly bring yourselves up from there, and then you can just sit however is comfortable for you. Take a nice big inhale, reach your palms up. As you're exhaling, just taking a little twist over to that right side. Good, coming back through center, another nice big breath in. Exhale, twisting to the opposite side. Good, coming back through center, another nice big breath in, and exhale, release. Then we're just going to start to roll that head around. Good, and then coming back through center, take another nice big breath in to finish off, and exhale, release. We're all finished, guys. I hope you enjoyed that nice longer stretch. I personally love doing something like that a couple times a week because it just feels so good. So I hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.